See, getting sent into space for him wasn't so bad. Gets to meet new friends and the galaxy people.
Help
Yes.
him. Help him.
Yes.
Help him.
And then we have to go and save Asgard together.
Well, that's good.
It is. It's amazing.
That's good.
It's a lot of fun.
Do you succeed in saving it?
I can't. Can I say it?
No.
I would imagine.
Can
that
I
you
just give him
guys
a little
must say it. I mean,
taste?
I wouldn't say too much, but you can say as much as. I mean, hey, it's your.
Let me
career.
just say this: like every other Marvel movie, it doesn't end well for the superheroes.
That's true. In Marvel, it doesn't end that well. Somebody always bites or gets really badly hurt.
Wait till you see this next
Leaves
one.
a mark.
Everybody dies.
Dude.
Not everybody. No. Is that?
No.
Hey, whatever.
Can we rewind that part?
Yeah. Can we? You'll cut that.
That's
part
not-
out.
Who is there? Anybody in Infinity War you get to meet that you're excited to meet?
Then am I in trouble?
A little.
Is Barry gonna be mad at me?
Dude, I don't. I just move on. I wouldn't try to like.
No,
sell
what's
something.
Face
that
again,
next
brother.
question?
going
I'm
on.
sorry.
Yeah, I would like to meet. It's really interesting because we show
I
up
get
to shoot.
impulsive
It's
sometimes.
fine. You're
Okay,
doing fine.
let's just
We
get
show
a
up
little
and we
impulsive.
shoot.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. Happy Comic-Con week. Ever since D23 this past weekend in that big Avengers Infinity War panel, you guys have been messaging me about this Mark Ruffalo comments, the supposed spoiler for Infinity War. So let's explain what's going on here. It's not quite what everyone thinks. People are just reading a lot of headlines like, Mark Ruffalo spoils Infinity War. That's not exactly what's going on. And just a reminder to make sure you turn alerts on for my channel so you don't miss any of the Comic-Con videos this week. The stuff that he's talking about in the movie is mostly Thor Ragnarok, and then the interviewer from Good Morning America sort of segues into Infinity War like, can you tell us anything cool? Like, do you actually get to save Asgard during Ragnarok? Oh, I can't really say that. Does anybody actually die during Infinity War? That's actually been a pretty big question. Are they actually ballsy enough to legit kill some Avengers and not bring them back? Because most of the time when I get questions about characters dying during Infinity War, it's like Hawkeye's not a big character. It's not like they're going to do a Hawkeye solo film. He'd be pretty easy to kill. It's people wondering if characters are never going to come back and that's going to be the end of their Marvel contract. So they'll just let Thanos plow through them on his way to assembling the Infinity Gauntlet. But Mark Ruffalo says everybody dies. So all those interviewers that haven't read the comics are like, what does that mean? Does that mean that everybody's dead? People that have read the comics are probably like, okay, one, he's probably just making an offhanded remark like, oh, everybody's gonna get their asses kicked. Or two, like if you really want to dig deep into it, you could take it as him saying that Thanos kills everyone and then they're brought back to life with the time gem. But like, no, everybody isn't going to end the movie, be dead, and that's the end of it. And I think just a lot of the non-comic book publications are picking up on that idea, like, oh, that's the end of the Avengers, big spoiler, without really realizing that that's the smallest part of it. This is meant to be Thanos' quest, assembling the gauntlet. The fourth Avengers film is happening right after that, and you can't have that film without most of those Avengers being in it. So even if on the odd chance that Thanos really is going to kill all the Avengers, you automatically know they're coming back. So really it's a non-spoiler, and Mark Ruffalo isn't drunk in this interview. He actually knows what he's doing. He's done a lot of these before. So he's not giving away anything that the Marvel publicist that he's looking at off screen told him he couldn't reveal. Like that's what he's looking at when he turns to the side and says, can I say that? There's a Marvel publicist with a sniper rifle pointed at him just watching him to make sure he doesn't reveal too much stuff. There was so much Infinity War stuff, they were just hyping it up. Josh Brolin was doing the same thing where he's like, nobody has a chance against me. And he actually kind of looks like Cable because they're filming Deadpool 2 right now. You look at his guns, they're freaking jacked. But he's holding up a life-size replica of the Infinity Gauntlet. This is a prop that they used during the movie. So this is how big Thanos is going to be. It gives you an idea for the scope of the movie. This picture here is pretty accurate. He'll be about as big as the Hulk during the movie. Mark Ruffalo probably gave some of the best interviews this past weekend. There were a lot of really cool things happening, but here, I'll play these. This is him talking about the Hulk movie that's never going to happen, and then right after it, I'll play the Kevin Feige interview where he walks that right back.
I want to just make one thing perfectly clear today. A standalone Hulk movie will never happen.
Tell me why.
Because Universal has the rights to the standalone Hulk movie, and for some reason, they don't know how to play well with Marvel.
And
they don't want to make money.
with you as the new Hulk, it would be terrible.
So that's really probably
That's
the reason.
probably
Because we know that these corporations would work it out if they thought they'd make enough money. So
I
it's
think
clearly about who's playing Hulk. Let's be
But
honest.
I mean, I figure I got like 2 or 3 more years left before I'm too old to play the Hulk.
Oh, you're
and then
too old
that's
now.
what-
Let's be honest. You're kind of too old now. Let's just be real.
But seriously, this is something that you tried to make happen, and it's just not going to happen.
We talked about it, but I don't see it in the cards. Do you see it in the cards?
No.
See?
I can't believe he asked the question.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little cruel of
It
him.
was.
No, that's all right. It's okay.
You could see how he
I'm
carries
fine.
it a lot. on set. It's
It means a
upsetting
lot to
him.
me. I mean, I really love this character.
Dude, you're great in the
It's-
movie.
it's-
Don't worry about a standalone thing.
No,
You're
I
great
know.
in these.
I do my own. I do my own thing.
I know, but
you
you're
know?
great in these. We need
I
you
know,
in
you
these.
too.
Thanks.
I mean, I feel
Thanks.
like we're like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern
A
in
little
this
bit.
movie.
Thanks, bud.
You know.
A very strict never say never policy, but he is correct that there are no plans for it.
Isn't that just the most beautiful thing ever? Mark Ruffalo is so on point, it's never going to happen. I'm actually kind of mad at you for bringing it up because I'm a little salty about it. Like, you can tell that he's really excited about making a Hulk solo film, but Universal, even Don Cheadle, War Machine here, is like, Universal apparently hates money, and they do control the distribution rights. Like, they don't have the sole rights to make a Hulk film, but Disney doesn't want to make a film that it can't release itself. So it's just going to require a Spider-Man sharing arrangement type of deal before they can do that. And it might not wind up happening until after Mark Ruffalo stops playing the character, like in the distant future. But in lieu of that, that's why there's so much Hulk in Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War. They're basically saying that the Hulk got his solo film and they just broke it up into Infinity War and Thor Ragnarok pieces. So even though Infinity War is supposed to be a Thanos-based movie, like it's shot from his perspective and you run into all the other Avengers characters on his quest to recover the Infinity Gems, there's also a really big Hulk thread. So obviously not every character is going to get as much screen time as the others, but it sounds like Thanos and Hulk are going to be the big ones. But let me know what you think about this Mark Ruffalo interview. Do you actually think that Thanos is going to kill all the Avengers and then Doctor Strange or someone is going to bring them back with the time gem? Because, I mean, that would be a badass action set piece. Like, it'd be an easy way to show how insurmountable the threat of Thanos is. Like, they have zero chance until they're all able to come together.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Come to die. Your world is now mine. What is this?
Because it sounds like the Black Order is going to go around and snipe all of the other Avengers while they're off on their own. But just a reminder for Comic-Con, there's a bunch of TV stuff happening this week, so as long as you turn alerts on, you'll get all the videos, you won't miss anything. I'm doing a Comic-Con playlist at the top of my channel, so I'll put all the new videos up there. So if you think you may have missed something, just go back and check out my channel page. I'll be posting updates on Twitter and Facebook. Thursday is really like the first day of Comic-Con, but Saturday is the big Marvel panel, so whatever trailers they drop, Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok, maybe an Infinity War teaser, I'll totally do a video for it, but that stuff is happening Saturday night, so I'll just remind people as I post new videos. While you wait for everything, you can click here for my breakdown of that Infinity War trailer, and you can click here for the trailer for next week's Game of Thrones. Thank you so much for watching, everybody stay awesome, I'll see you guys tonight.